Good morning, this is Paul Turner, Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers. Today I'm giving you the latest update, the latest guidance from the Home Office on coronavirus and migrants. This video follows on from previous videos that I've done and provides updates on the changes and concessions that the government has introduced for migrants during the coronavirus pandemic. There are some important changes this time as the government seems to be toughening up on migrants as we come out of the pandemic, which I suppose was to be expected of Priti Patel and her department, given the hostile attitude that she has, shall we put it mildly, towards migrants. I cannot stress this enough. If you're here as a migrant, you must stay on top of these rules and these guides. It's guidance really, but it could be construed as rules. If you do, you should be fine. If not, it could ruin your life completely. The starting point is that if your visa has expired or is due to expire, the government expects you to either act. You must either act now to avoid the danger of becoming an overstayer and illegal in the United Kingdom, as this could cause you to lose your job, your home, be detained, be criminalised and be removed. So you've got to either act now and get things sorted out to avoid any problems. The Home Office would ideally like you to take all reasonable steps to leave the United Kingdom where it's possible to do so, or apply to regularise your status. Well, what if you can't do that, you might ask? Well, if you cannot do that and you can't leave the UK and your visa expires between before 30th of June 2021, you can request additional time to stay in the United Kingdom called exceptional assurance. Now, this doesn't have any statutory law, but it acts as a kind of leave. You will continue to enjoy the same rights and be able to work and continue living your current life as per the terms of your current visa, and make an application for leave to remain. There's a fairly long list of requirements to get exception assurance. They've got longer, including your personal details and proof that you cannot travel home. This can be tricky to do, and I can help make sure that the application has the best chance of success. As I say, it is vital for any application for exception assurance to be done professionally, as refusal will cause you to essentially enter the misery that a million or so other people with no leave in the United Kingdom have. On the other hand, if you want to stay in the United Kingdom, you will need to apply for permission to stay as soon as possible. The good news here is that some people will be allowed to make applications in the United Kingdom, whereas before they would be expected to go home and make the applications. So that could save you a lot of time, money, travel and uncertainty. So if you are thinking about making such an application, do get in touch. The Home Office thankfully kept the concession for overstayers who's overstayed from 24th of January 2020 until the end of August 2020, and they will not be penalised for this period. So putting that in common English, if you overstay during this period and you're on your way to your 10 years, this will not break your 10 years lawful residence. On a more practical level, visa centres are now more or less open, and indeed there are some premium appointments being offered. They're very rare. But beware, this is not the same as the old same-day service, going in the morning, get your visa in the afternoon. Basically, you just get a private room to go and deal with something. If you've got any doubts about this, as you might be wasting quite a lot of money, and the Home Office does not offer you a refund if they don't make a decision within 5 days, do contact me. As to Tier 2 migrant applications and Tier 4 migrant applications, i.e. for work or for study, you can start your job or you can start your studies whilst your application is being considered, which is a fairly generous concession, but reflects just how badly the Home Office are doing. English language has been a subject of many of my videos, but most of the testing centres have reopened. But my word of warning here is make sure you do the right test and one that meets the UKVI requirements. If not, you will be refused. Turning to Tier 1 entrepreneurs, they again still don't have to show 2 people for 12 months, as long as they can show different people have done the jobs, so it equates to the same amount of time. That will be good enough. Again, good news for start-up visas. If your business has been disrupted, you can apply for an additional 12 months leave to get your business onto a firmer footing. Turning to the NHS workers. NHS workers are still being offered a free extension to their visa if they apply Their visa is due to expire rather between the 1st of April 2021 and 30th of September 21. The free extension will also include dependents, including children, and you won't have to pay the immigration health surcharge. This could be a fairly large saving for even a family as small as 4, so take advantage of it if you can. Another reason for taking advantage of it is the Home Office have announced that as from the 30th of September 2021, extensions for NHS workers will no longer be free. So get one in if you can and save a lot of money. Personally, I think this is quite mean. Effectively, the government is saying that, well, when you needed you, we'll give you the visas, and now we've got over the pandemic with your help, and you want to stay, you can pay. But then that sort of shows the attitude of this government. Again, for NHS workers, you can go and work at a different NHS site, and indeed you can work and take outside work, which is outside the NHS. You can do anything you want, really. Also, if you are time limited in respect of your work, so you're only allowed to work 20 hours a week, that time limit is lifted during at the present time, so you can work as many hours as you can. To summarise, there have been much has changed since these concessions were first announced. However, they are getting tougher. If I have one thing to say is watch when your visa is ending and either apply for further leave or exceptional assurance. I cannot stress this highly enough. You do not want to become an overstayer. If you've enjoyed leave, you've enjoyed working in the UK, you've enjoyed life in the UK, you've got a nice home in the UK, the last thing you want to do is become an overstayer and become subject to the hostile environment where you could lose your job, lose your home, lose your driving licence, be detained, be removed, and face a life of misery, which 1 million or so people do at the moment. In short, if you're thinking of staying in the United Kingdom, get in touch with me to make the relevant application as soon as possible. I can help you whether it's a long-term application or just short-term exception assurance. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry it's gone on a bit long, but there is quite a lot of information and I've just skimmed the surface. I can of course provide you with further information. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers.